one-on-one conversation. 30 minutes of pure entertainment with musicians, writers, and actors to motivators, chefs, and even rappers to up-and-comings with the it factor. It's the Jazzie KWard coming at ya. Have fun, some smiles, a few laughs. Tune in, chime in, sit back, relax. Have fun, some smiles, a few laughs.
P-O-S-C, hey, post it up, let's go! Post it up, bro. Yeah! Yeah, come on. Post it up, Silver, yeah. Post it up, P-O-S-C, hey, post it up, let's go. Do you wanna go with me to see all the little things that I love about you and me? How we flow, yes. How we jive, yes. How we get down, even when we go live. Come on, more than a movement or a viral video, signature riffs and my background got flow. Cause in the studio I'm like that, I do it on stage like I feel it on the track. Now get the camera ready, got my hair cut, nails done, my drag is tight, my ride is hype, and here come my girls in flats and heels. Stay speed for real, we got some time to give. Go around here to see what's the...
Hey, y'all saw me over here. I'm just jamming to the one and only Silver Logan Sharp, who is our special guest tonight, y'all. Happy Monday. I'm your host, Jazzie KWard, and welcome to another edition of Jazzie After Dark Artist Talk. Was you jamming it? Post it up, boo. That's right. We're going to post it up with a lot of conversation tonight. So I see people coming in the room. So I need everyone to go over to KWard Radio, get your other device, jump over to YouTube, subscribe to the channel. There's a little notification bell right over there. Make sure you hit that twice, as well as log onto KWardRadio.com and make sure you subscribe to my website. And if you don't, shame on you for not doing that. Okay. So you guys are ready to go ahead and get the show started? I'm ready too. Let's go.
Live from WKRW, welcome to Artist Talk, a live one-on-one conversation with your host, the man with the golden voice, Jazzie KWard.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the show, Artist Talk. I'm Jazzie KWard. It's a beautiful Monday. It's fall is here. This is like my favorite time of the year. What's your favorite time of the year? So people that come in the room, make sure you represent your city and state where you're watching from. If you have any questions tonight for our guests, make sure you post those there. We will do our best to answer those questions as well. Don't forget to do the hashtag shame on you. So you may be an opportunity for you to win a special little treat from Jazzie. And I see my girl coming in the room. It's the one and only Whittington Steele. And if you don't know Whittington Steele, shame on you for not knowing who she is. Okay. But don't forget to do the hashtag shame on you. Well, just to go ahead and get the show started tonight, I am so excited. I have been anticipating this conversation. Let's see, it's been a long time. I love Silver Logan Sharp. And I remember when I was first introduced to her from a mutual friend of ours, James Day, who put me on to Silver, and the groove meant when I heard that project, shut the front door, the back door, open up the windows, and let the vibe come through the windows, y'all. This sister is bad. She has that it factor. She has a beautiful spirit. And in the meantime, make sure you guys jump over to her website, silverlogansharp.com. silverlogansharp.com. Now, she's a former lead singer of the legendary group Chic with Nile Rodgers and the late Bernard Edwards. She's posed to top the charts again with a latest masterpiece of her music. You know, she spent 20 years with Chic as well, and she's also attended the Duke Ellington School of Arts. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's welcome international recording artist Silver Logan Sharp to the platform.
What's up, everybody? How you doing? What's up, Jazzie?
What's up, my girl?
Finally.
Silver? Finally.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for, holding out and waiting for my schedule to settle down so we could actually plan this. So thank you so much for having me on your show. What's up, everybody out there? How y'all doing?
Hey, so Silver, I don't know if you know Rose Lady Edmond with the Jazz Lovers Corner.
Oh, hi.
You need to check out Rose Lady. If you don't know Rose Lady, shame.
I am not in. I'm shame on me. Shame.
Shame. And
I've
Miss
been
Whittington,
hashtagged already.
Miss Whittington Steele, thank you so much. Miss Paula Potts.
Oh, that's my mom. She signed on. That's my momager, honey. Don't get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted.
She's jumping on to make sure I'm on time and I'm at my interview like I'm supposed to be. That's what's really going on.
What I always say, so what would we do without our mothers, right?
Baby, listen, and I don't want to know. So in my case, I have a mom and she's a part of my management team and my whole team that keeps it together, my executive producer. And and that voice that keeps me grounded and keeps me real. Right. You know what I mean? In the midst of all the rock star madness. Right. You know what I'm saying?
I know. And Whittington Steele said, "Oh, you're looking beautiful, Silver."
Oh, thank you.
You do. So, I mean, Silver, before we get started, ask you that. I mean, you have always been fly.
Oh.
Ever since our first
text in the mail.
You have always been fly. I like your style.
Thank you.
Is that just you? Somebody put you together or what?
No, I've kind of always been this way. I did model for years, okay. When I was 14 through about 17, 18 years old. So, I'm a little bit daring with clothes. I've always been, over the top with my hair and over the top with my shoes, that kind of thing. There's still trademarks. I still, to this day, am over the top with the hair, over the top with my shoes. Yeah. But yeah, fashion is fun. Why not? Why not? It's limitless. It's boundless, especially now. You know what I mean? So, I say, life is short. Why be beige when you can live in color?
Live in color. But just say color lines, right?
Exactly. No more color lines. That's a perfect segue.
No more color lines. Hey, we got recording artist Miss Heidi Tan is hanging out with us.
Hey, Heidi, what's happening?
She's in California. Silver, they know how to party out there in California.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
they do.
They know how to carry on.
They know how to carry on. So, Silver, my first question is this. I always start off with a question about this. Typically, I talk to a lot of jazz artists. Your music is a mixture of jazz. It's pop. It's R&B. It's soul. It has so much, I call it flavor. Just spices and peppers and gumbo all up in your music, right?
I love it.
I love that. So let me ask you this. Why should people care about women, particularly Black women, say in soul and R&B music? Why should people care?
Why should people care?
Mm-hmm.
about women in soul music is the question.
Yes.
Because we have stories to tell.
Yeah.
We have stories to tell. We have something to say. You know, so many of us either grew up in church or grew up in some, background of music on some level, even for people who have studied classically, and that kind of thing. You know what I mean? But we have stories to tell, and and it comes from the soul, and that moan and groan in a song is from experience, and it's something to share.
Right.
So, yeah.
Thank you for that. Because I always say Black music, also, do you think it gives us a voice?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Black music isn't
Even when we couldn't read and we couldn't write, we could always sing and make music. So.
Right. I always think about Silver. If you go back into, say, the civil rights movement, you think about during that time, a lot of African Americans, a lot of people necessarily didn't have, say, televisions in their homes.
Correct.
And they listened to the radio.
Yeah.
And that's how they found out a lot of information. And music, particularly, I would say Black music, it was powerful during the movement. Would you agree?
Correct. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think it was the thread. It was the thing that sustained them, when there was nothing else. And it fed the soul. It speaks to the soul, so yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Costella. She said, hey, Silver. Costella.
Hey, I love this. Hey, everybody. Who's that? Bert. I love this. This is
Mr.
great.
Bert. We got recording artist Mr. Bert hanging out with us. We have international recording artist The Ona B. What's up? Out of Jersey. She's hanging out.
Hey now, Jersey girls. We wrote stories and we penned history through song.
There you go.
Perfect answer.
Perfect.
Exactly.
Whittington said the heart of a woman buried her soul.
Yeah. That's all true. Every single one of those statements. Absolutely.
Oh, true. Rosemary said, I love her cover feature on Boutique.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's awesome. Thanks.
Yeah, she's amazing. So just to go back a little bit, you growing up, did you start like in your musical journey? Was the church like a foundation for you?
Not really, not in that way. I mean, yes. I mean, I grew up in church like, a lot of my friends. However, I grew up in the Episcopal church.
Okay.
Where that is not where gospel music, is typically heard. I grew up, my mother is and was a dancer, singer, pianist back in the day. So I'm one of those kids who, like, if your father's a professional football player, guess who's hanging out and practicing in the locker rooms? You know what I mean? And you go play ball unless you're doing something completely different. And while that wasn't shoved down my throat, I naturally gravitated to it, and it was part of my environment. Okay. So my grandfather was a college president, her father, and he played violin. My grandmother was an English professor and all of that, and she played piano, and she was a wonderful accompanist. Okay. My mother, I would say, is the singer, actress, dancer in the family, so I come by it honestly. Okay. And she knew what to do with it. She never said, get a real job. She never said, you can't do that. Okay. I said, Mom, I want to play piano. She said, okay, you need to find out when the lessons are, how much it costs, what time of day, what day. She gave me the task of, well, if you want to do it that bad, then you'll learn, you'll figure it out. And then I would come back with okay, it's at the rec center, it's at 3 p.m., it's $35 a lesson, and she would let me do it. Wow. So I had, but I started out as a dancer. I didn't even take singing seriously. Wow. Until I was in high school. Okay. And my mother said, I don't know why you don't sing. Why don't you sing? Well, my mother has a tremendous mezzo soprano voice, amazing voice. See? I have a raspy old 400-pound Black woman from the deep South voice. You know what I'm saying? So, and even though I was trained classically at Duke Ellington by the late Edward Jackson, he also knew that, well, you sing in venues, you sing in clubs, you sing in festivals. So, while the basis of dance is ballet, the basis of, if you are, again, playing football, you still got to go to the gym and work out the same way, regardless. So there's a certain amount of technique, if you will, regardless of what genre of music you sing. Because I have pop songs, inspirational songs, go-go songs, house music, and, and all of it. But the basis of that train, you still got to breathe the same way to do any of it.
That's true.
So yeah.
Yeah. And I saw a friend of ours just popped on. Mr. James Day says, "Hello, Silver."
Hi, James. How are you?
Hey, James. So, Silver, just moving forward a little bit, I have to ask you about the group Chic.
Yes, of
And,
course. Of course.
so, and for all of those who are new to Silver, don't forget to go over to silverlogansharp.com, which is her website. It's about support, y'all. She got
Thank you.
fabulous
Yeah.
music. Y'all need to go over there. We're going to talk about Feel Better Friday. We're going to talk about her jewelry line. Go over and get some jewelry.
Yeah,
Everybody live right now.
that's
Go
right.
buy a-
Silverware.com. You can go get it, and I'll get, as soon as you put in the order, I'll get a message.
go get it right now.
Yeah.
And if you
Thank you.
don't buy anything from Silver, shame on you. Shame
I'm
on you.
so here for that hashtag right now. I'm so here for it.
Shame on you. So, Silver, 20 years with the group.
Yes.
Could you just give us a little story on how that all came about with you and Nile Rodgers?
Absolutely, absolutely. I was at the time I was singing in various bands, and I was also singing background for Jean Carn. Y'all know Jean Carn. Don't let it go to your head, no. Right. That Jean Carn, right. So she's like my godmother. And she also she helped put me on the map. So I was working with a guy here locally. His name was Nathan Heathman. He's passed away now. But Nathan he worked with Phyllis Hyman, and, he also worked, he was Jean Carn's music director for many years. And we used to hang out at this spot, and my mother had all the Jean's records back in the day. So I knew who she was before I met her, right? And he pulled me in to sing background for her.
Mhm.
And through another woman who has also crossed on over, Philippa Brisbane, and the wonderful, legendary Deanna Williams, she's a radio personality. You see her on Unsung. She's a big deal. And Deanna Williams, she's a part of the whole Gamble and Huff
Oh, yeah.
brand, if you will.
Mhm.
And she and Nile were on a plane together. And Nile said, listen, I've auditioned like 75, 80 girls, and it's not working out. I need to find a girl to front my band. And she said, do you know Silver? And he said, who? And she said, don't worry, this is your singer. And she called me later on that day, and she said, hey, Nile Rodgers and Bernard Edwards are putting Chic back together. This is your gig. This is your gig. You're perfect for them. And, back then you could take a shuttle to New York every half hour from DCA. That back then you could literally just go to the airport within an hour, catch a shuttle, and they ran every half hour from DC to New York. That was a thing back in the day. So they made arrangements, and I flew up there. I sang for him on the spot. I was hired on the spot.
Wow.
And the rest is history. But thanks to my working with Nathan Heathman, who took me to Jean Carn, who then led me to the late Philippa Brisbane, and the wonderful Deanna Williams, is the reason I had the opportunity to audition and be hired on the spot. And held it down from that was 1990-ish
Like
to
that,
2010, somewhere in there, 19-20 years-ish, give or take. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So
that's how it happened.
I'm sure you probably asked this question a lot, which is probably kind of hard. Do you have a favorite Chic song that you like to?
It's several. I think my favorite is I Want Your Love. Yeah, because they let me wall up in that one. They let me have it. I said, okay, you better hold on, but
You
take
better hold
the song
on
to a whole nother level. That and At Last I'm Free are probably my two favorite songs. I mean, La Freak, Good Times, I Want You, Dance, 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 Everybody Dance. The songs go on forever, but I Want Your Love, for the classic songs, for the classic Chic songs that everybody knows, I Want Your Love and At Last I'm Free. For the songs that I recorded with Chic, it would probably be My Love's For Real and Chicism. So if y'all don't know about that, go Google it. Both of those songs were on the charts back in the day, in the Billboard charts. So check it out. But Chicism and My Love's For Real, which is on the Chicism record. That was my first release in 1992 with Bernard and Nile. Yeah.
Can you give us just a little taste
of which one?
Anyone you want to sing.
Anyone. Well, everybody knows. I want your love. I want your love. Y'all remember that?
Hey,
Yeah, I want your love. I want your love. How's that? Is that all right?
that was
And I
beautiful.
did re-record that actually. I re-recorded that and The Freak and Good Times, and it's on a record called The Freak, Chic, and More Treats that was released mainly in Japan, but all over Japan. Yeah, because we were touring at the time when Bernard passed away.
Okay, wow. Someone, Costella asks, Silver, are you on the recent documentary? I don't know. Is there a
Oh,
documentary?
that's right. I think so, but I'm not sure.
Okay,
Because it's weird how there's so much chic history
right.
before me that a
Mhm.
sizable portion, if I'm not mistaken, is mostly about the earlier days of chic
Okay,
and how the Freak came to be and all, and all the whole power Studio 54 stuff, and then them producing Madonna and the weather, and all that stuff. And I even on the unsung, Nile Rodgers did an unsung, and
right.
there's if you blink, you'll miss it of the time that they're speaking about me. And I said, that's okay. I
Right.
got 20 years of chic to talk about when I do my own unsung. So
That's right.
you know what I mean, and write my book. But I want to say that I would imagine that I would be in the part of when Chic reformed and was signed to Warner Brothers, and that was when I came in. But I think he writes mainly about before that time.
Before that time.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. So everybody tonight, Whittington said, you are truly an inspiration, Silver. Show
Oh,
indie artists to never give up and to keep pushing.
yeah, never give up, because those things, people think, okay, well, what life after Chic, or what are you going to do now? It's like, are you kidding me? I'm just getting started.
You just
And
get
I
it.
gave him my 20s and 30s and part of my 40s. You know what I mean? That was a long time. So I feel like I'm just getting started, but I was able to gain a lot of experience. I met a lot of people. We did the very first VH1 honors with Donna
Oh,
Summer and Faith Hill and,
right.
people like that. And, Chic was the band for that. The very first VH1 hip hop honors. And we closed the show with Sugar Hill Gang.
Oh, right.
Moments like that,
Wow.
singing with Elton John at his house for a fundraiser, and, working on a show called Night of the Proms that's exclusively kind of in the Netherlands and Belgium and places like that. And we're playing The Freak and Good Times with an orchestra, with a full orchestra to
Wow.
35,000 people at the Palace every night. It was
Wow.
crazy, so it's moments like that my American audience doesn't always get to see. But it's experiences like that where they go way beyond just singing The Freak. You know what I mean? It's moments like I'm where doing what? Playing the Montreux Jazz Festival, headlining at the Montreux Jazz Festival in
Right.
Geneva, Switzerland 3 times. I mean, you
What a-
can't pay for moments like that. Playing the first time the Grammys were in New York, we played the after party. And I'm looking out at the audience to all of them Grammy winners that are at the after party. I'm like, what is happening right now?
Right.
But, you can't pay for those moments. But now I'm on to creating new ones and creating those moments with my band and my producers and with my music. You know what I mean? So it was a awesome, landing pad for that time. And I grew up on Chic. I was roller skating back in the day, like everybody else. So to then sing with them, to then re-record with them, to record original songs with them, to do gigs all over the world with them, it was tremendous. And they're gigging right now. They're still out doing their thing. But, I've passed the torch to, the new singers now, and they carrying on, and, and I'm doing my thing. But if you come to a Silver show, I do a little Chic bit. I get it in just real quick and then press on, because there's lots of Silver Logan Sharp music that people know about.
Right. Hey, I tell people, don't you sit on Silver Logan.
Tell them that.
Don't.
People think I've never heard of her. I'm like, yes, you have. You just didn't know it was me.
Exactly. Recording artist Hatina said, thank you so much for sharing your story with us
Oh
and
my
help us
God,
to keep
she's
going.
awesome. I hear you play her music. She's awesome.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, my sister. That's awesome. Wow.
She is, everyone. So again, everyone, tonight, thank you so much for tuning in to Jazzy After Dark Artist Talk. My special guest is the beautiful, the talented, international sensation, Silver Logan Sharp. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a short break. We're going to come back, have a little bit more conversation with Silver, but we're also going to check out a beautiful performance from her that you don't want to miss. We'll be right back right after this.
Cool.
No sleep last night, been dreaming of you.
This is jazz recording artist guitarist Patrick Yandel. Join me for an unforgettable night live at the State Theater in Bay City, Michigan. Mr. Gerard Gibbs on keyboards, Joe Aranda on bass, and the infamous Mr. Ron Otis on drums. Patrick Yandel, live at the State Theater, October 2nd. Get your tickets now.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Artist Talk. I'm Jazzie KWard. My special guest tonight is international recording artist, singer, songwriter, Miss Silver Logan Sharp. Looking fly as ever.
Thank you.
As fly as ever. So what we're going to do now, I want you to check out this beautiful performance from Silver, and then we're going to come back and chat just a little bit more with her.
Awesome.
Okay. Here we go. Hey, Ron. Good evening to
And
you.
the Groovement All-Stars. Are you ready to change the world? Let's go! Come on! Come on! Hey! I know you're ready. Come on! Yeah. Yeah. Come put your hands together. If I could reach the stars, I'd pull one down for you. I shine it on my heart so you could see the truth. That this love I have inside, yeah, it's everything it seems. But for now I find it's only in my dreams that I could change the world. I would be the sunlight in your universe. You would think my love is really something good. Baby, if I could change the world. Yeah. If I could be your queen, you know what I'm talking about. Even for a day, I'd take him as my king. I'd have it no other way. And I love the rule, y'all, kingdom we have made. Till then, I'll be a fool, wishing for that day. Oh, if I could change the world, I would be the sunlight in your universe. You would think my love is really something good. Maybe if change the world if I could. I would change the world if I could. I would change the world if I could. Change the world. Oh, it's about to get serious now. Y'all ain't ready. Come on, Stan. Oh, change. Hey, come on, y'all. Come on, ladies. Whoa, hey. Gotta put some Stevie in it right here. Say. Oh, if I could change the world, I would be in the sunlight in your universe. You would think my love is really something good. If I could, there would be no more hatred. If I could, there would be no more killings. If I could, there would be no more cancer. If I could, we would just heal the world. If I could, there would be no more pain. If I could, there would be no more sorrow. If I could, I'd tell somebody about love. If I could change the world. A change is gonna come. Hey! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Yeah! You know it's coming. A change. Yes, it is.
Oh, we're muted. Wait. Oh, that's awesome.
That was amazing, ladies and gentlemen. Again, Silver Logan Sharp, a change
Thank
in
you.
music.
And thanks
Music
to
is-
everybody for the comments that I could see. I love that. Thank y'all so much.
It's yeah, all the comments and people. I love your energy. You know, Phyllis Dominique says, "Hey Silver, hey Jazzy, I love the interview."
Thank
Costello says she'll definitely be up dancing for sure. For
Good,
sure.
good.
And she said also give her them boots.
I know I saw that. She said the patent leather boots, honey, to the knee. I ain't playing. I'm known for my boots now.
You known for your boots. You just known for your fashion. And you know, Silver, I mean, the band was awesome. And I, you know, at first I was like, okay, the cameraman is kind of short on my boy Daryl L.A. Hunt. I didn't see him at first, but I
Yeah,
saw
he was up on a riser. Yeah.
Yeah. So
He's got some close-ups though in the rest of that show, but yeah, but I know what you mean.
yeah. I was like, where Daryl? There he go. He over there.
There he is back there. Yeah.
So is that your main band, that group there in that particular shop?
Pretty much, yeah. You know, I've been really fortunate. DC has some incredible musicians. And some of those cats I've been playing with for years. And that was Stan Cooper on guitar and Speedy or J.R. Truss on drums, Tony Hinton on bass, and Chris Geronimo Allen on percussion, and of course, Daryl on keys. And, you know, Chris plays with Trouble Funk. Stan and Speed, all of them play with the Brencore All Stars. These are rock stars here in the DMV area, and they work a lot. But they've been playing with me for a long time. Every now and then we switch up to some of my other good friends that have been playing with us. But that's pretty much my main band, and we call them the Groovement All Star because they are stars in their own right.
Yeah, as I think about like your music, like your CD offered, you know, the Groovement, your first single, like Little Things and Find Me. I'm telling y'all, if you all do not have a Silver Logan CD in your car, in your house. Shame
That's
on you.
on you. I
Your
love
mother
that.
them, your auntie them, your cousin and them. You better go get some Silver Logan Sharp. Okay.
It's
So Silver,
downloadable everywhere, honey.
everywhere. So again, tell them where they can go and support you and get your music to.
You know, everything is digital, right? So if you're, you know, I'm on Pandora and iTunes and, you know, Apple Music and literally where music, CD Baby, where music is, you know, sold digitally. You know, if you're at my gigs, sometimes I have product, physical CDs, because, you know, some folks still want CDs and some folks look at you like, what do you want me to do with this? You know, it depends on the age range. You know, millennials don't know what to do with CDs,
No.
but they still listen but everything's downloadable, and I have a YouTube channel, Silver Logan Sharp on YouTube, and Feel Better Friday on YouTube, so you can see other performances and stuff there.
Right. And I'm glad you mentioned Feel Better Friday. Tell us,
Yeah.
you know, hey everybody, if you're on this live, make sure you go over right now on her Facebook page, like the page,
Yes.
YouTube page, and tell us one, why did you start Feel Better Friday?
Oh, yes, please. So Feel Better Friday, again, this is I'm going to try to make a long story quite short. So it really started as a intention to literally feel better. So my mother suffers from fibromyalgia, myofascial trigger point disorder. I know that's a mouthful, but and at a time when nobody knew what it was, there was no medication, there was no treatment. She's literally one of the pioneers for it. So fast forward to where we are now, and she created the Feel Better Challenge, the Feel Better Challenge, and the Feel Better Challenge is something we all know how to do, but we have to be reminded because we just don't, right? And it's about it's a self-help initiative, if you will, that helps you to calm down in the midst of panic. She also suffered from extreme panic disorder. So breathing, grounding, visualizing, listen to your heart, shake it off are the 5 main points of the Feel Better Challenge. And it's a practice that you can do when you're in a crisis. It's a way to bring your blood pressure down when it's about to hit the fan and you need to get yourself together, you know, wherever that may be, in public, at home, whatever. And that then led for, well, everything we do has got to feel better. It's got to have it in, you know, if I go shopping, this outfit's got to make me feel better. If I'm going to eat something, I want to eat something good because it's going to make me feel better. You know, I got a chair in this house that we call the Feel Better chair. It's a white leather recliner, you know, and little things like that. And so we also have a jewelry boutique for silverware in my house. And I would go live and I would wear something and I would sing to people and say, hey, you know, these, you know, $70 earrings or $50 if you hit me before the end of the broadcast, and only if it makes you feel better. And it stuck, but I wasn't consistent. I didn't do it all the time. I did it when I had time. I did it when I felt like it. And then we got this amazing, I don't know if you can see this concert grand piano behind me.
Oh yeah.
You can see that. Let me lean the other way. There it is. You can see the top of it there, right? So we got this piano, and this is our loft where we shoot Feel Better Friday.
Okay.
And Daryl got this piano, and it was gutted and refurbished, and he was playing it one day, and I said, you know, we're going to go live from here on Friday. And the Feel Better Challenge birthed Feel Better Friday in that there was a specific intention to use what we have to literally make people feel better. You know, everybody's going through it.
Oh, yeah.
People with everything, people the have and the have-nots. Everybody's going through it.
Right.
And that's one of my favorite shows. But everybody's going through it. Everybody's going through it. You know, no matter what your walk is in life, somebody is dealing with something. But our whole intention was to break into the middle of the day using social media. And let me just serenade you right quick. Oh, and look who popped by, right?
Oh, yeah.
So-and-so's in town. They came by the loft to jam with us. And between myself and Daryl, we know a lot of artists. Everybody comes to DC to play. So we would invite them to come do the show. And we started to, you know, it was also an effort to stay connected. You know, it's not all the bells and whistles that I do in a concert necessarily, but it was, hey, you get to plug into my living room and, you know, I'm going to serenade you and hope if the next 10 minutes this takes the edge off, then my work here is done. And now we're about to hit our 5th season, our 5th year of Feel Better Friday. And it was all because I I'll just say that the universe, the creator, God, used her illness in a way that she came up with a way to put some intention on getting control over pain that is in your body, pain that's in your spirit, and flipping the script. That became the Feel Better Challenge. That birthed Feel Better Friday. And now we come together with our music and the technology that I'm using now. Shout out to Virtue Live Studios that is now powering my show. And that means, you're going, what's she talking about? What does that mean? Before, we would all be in this loft. My whole band would come here. You see my bed, everything is in the room, right? We live in one big room. Huge, but it's one big room. And we'd set up here, guests come, I got a spread of food. We turn up for a good hour and then get on about our business, right? COVID shut everybody down, especially the entertainment industry. All my gigs went out the window. Everything went out the window. Some good friends of mine, Eric and Donald Parker, father and son team. They're both musicians and they're both techies, and they're Black-owned business. And they created Virtue Live Studios, which allows musicians to play together in real time over the internet from multiple locations with no latency.
It's amazing.
I'm saying that's not possible, but it is. And if you watch Feel Better Friday, then you can see it. And so I can have a guest. No matter, I'm gonna have to get old girl Hatina on, all of them to come on to the show, because if you have an internet connection and you're able to jump into a audio interface, then you can be a guest on Feel Better Friday from your living room and actually play with our band from all over. Everybody's in a different place. Only me and Daryl are in the room, but it looks like my guitarist and my whole band, they've been CGI'd into the room.
Right.
And it's just the most awesome technology. Now we have an interactive audience. So you can come, click a link, and be in the audience and say, hey, girl, let me request a song. And we can actually hear you and talk back and forth to each other. It's the most innovative thing. There's nothing else like it on the planet.
Nope.
And I am a proud ambassador, if you will, of Virtue Live Studios. And that's how Feel Better Friday is being aired now. And we're about to come to a streaming network to you in very soon. So a lot of wonderful things are happening.
Right. I mean, it's amazing. There it is. Let's hear it.
There it is. Yes. That's the intro to the show. And you guys, you just got to go to my website, click Feel Better Friday, click the audience link, and you're in. You get to watch the show. Now we do the afterflow, which is a little VIP thing where you get to have a question and meet and greet with the artist and myself. All from your living room or whatever device you're using.
It's Feel Better, Feel Better.
That's so awesome.
Feel Better Friday.
Yes. There it is.
I love that.
That's Lil Seal.
Feel Better Friday.
I love that.
That's Lil Seal. Yeah, thank you for showing that. That's awesome.
So
every Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're live on SylverLoganSharp.com in addition to social media, but we're moving over from social media to the website and soon to be on a streaming service. So
that's great. And Bill McGee says, hello, Silver from Richmond.
Hey, what's up? All the way in Richmond. He said, I feel better already. I love it.
I don't know. That's Costella. Beautiful recording artist. I love Costella. She has a new song out also with Willie Bradley too. Make sure you check out.
Wow. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. I need you. Listen, I'm gonna need your guest to come on my show and sing. How about that?
I was actually Silver. I was getting some tweets and there was some recording artists. Some I know, some I didn't know. They was like, wow, I would love to link up with her. Like, can we be invited to Feel Better Friday?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Just hit me up, y'all. I'm Silver Logan Sharp everywhere. Facebook, Instagram, go to SylverLoganSharp.com, send me a message, carry a pigeon, whatever. We'll get you, and I am in particular. Now we have everybody. Najee's been on the show, Will Downing, Howard Hewitt, Mesa, Imani Grace Cooper, all kinds of artists. Some you've heard of and some you've never heard of. But it's just because you just don't know about them yet. That's all. Okay. And thanks to shows like yours that promote independent artists is why you're hearing about us at all, you know, because of, you know, the Jazzie KWards in radio is why we're existing. So thank you for that. And for, you know, y'all get at me, man. Holla at me. I would love to, you know, have some of your amazing guests on the show.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a silver song with Ollie Woodson. Oh, that means you got the first record. My Place to Begin record features the late Ollie Woodson from The Temptations.
Yeah.
That was my buddy.
That was your, oh yeah. I remember I had the opportunity to see him in concert, and that man blew me away.
He will sing you sick. Do you hear me? He will sing the oh, I miss Ollie Woodson, something off of, he just, just one of the best people ever. He is really missed. He's missed in The Temptations, and he's missed as a solo artist, and actor and songwriter and musician. He was a phenomenal, and he selflessly came. He was in town doing something. He said, Sil, come pick me up from the airport. I picked him up. He said, what you doing? I said, I'm recording. You know, I'm going to find a ooh or ah for you to sing. Just come on.
Right.
And that fool came up in here, baby, and sang my studio into a full oblivion. It was awesome.
Wow. You know, Sylvia, so I also wanted to talk with you about, you know, so when people listen to Sylver Logan Sharp, and what do you want them to take away from your music?
What do I want them to take away from my music, live and on record, you mean? I want them to feel something. I want them to feel loved. I want them to feel like somebody cared. I want them to feel like that song is for them. You know, we all have those songs that we listen to when we cry, we listen to when we're happy. You know, it's the song that gets you in the gym. It's the song that gets you, you know, through a bad day at work. It's a song that gets you through an argument with your spouse, your significant other. I want, you know, your job as an artist, as a musician, is to invoke emotion. You know, our job is to make people feel, even if there's a lot of people that don't like my voice, it's okay. You'll like somebody's voice. You know what I mean? You know, and there are a lot of people that think I hang the moon. Yay. You know, so I'll take it. But the point is to be effective and you know, for me, it's a little bit of fun mixed with a little bit of musical ministry, mixed with a little bit of, I want somebody to come away feeling inspired, feeling hopeful, feeling, you know, all of those emotions that music produces. I would like to think that my music produces that as well.
That's right. Thank you for sharing that. And Costella said you covered one of her favorite songs of all time is Sailing.
That's one of my favorite songs of all time. And I got the blessing too for Christopher Cross. So long story short, my girl Mesa, y'all know Mesa. Shout out to Mesa from Incognito. Mesa was doing a tour with Dave Koz and Christopher Cross and Jonathan Butler, who's another one of my favorites. And she took the CD to him and gave it to him personally, and then made arrangements for me to come and meet him. And I could tell he listened to it because he spoke about the arrangement, and, you know, it was just amazing. And I said, you know, that song was Record of the Year, Song of the Year, and all of that back in 1980. It's a huge record. I was in high school back then, and I loved that song. And I said, you know, one of these days, I'm going to sing that. And now here it is. And I got to shoot the video in St. Martin. And it's an awesome song. So thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Yeah. And real quick, Sylvia, and I know we're about running out of time. Could you talk real quick about your beautiful jewelry that you're wearing now?
Absolutely. So I mentioned before, right, that it was a little therapeutic. Did I mention that? Again, it was I would say that a family-owned business, I should say, because this was a taught craft. My aunt taught my mother taught me, and I ran with it, for lack of a better description. And my mother and I physically shopped for every stone, every finding, every idea. We physically hand make every piece. So when I'm not touring, and when I had a lot of time during COVID, I was writing songs, but you know, creating new designs, like some of the pieces you see there, I set the stone. So all the hoop earrings, I physically hand make those myself. And yeah, it's all one of a kind pieces. It's on Silverware, SYLVERWEAR, silverware.com. And if you come to any Silver Logan Sharp gigs, we usually have a little collection there for people to, check out and see. But it is online. If you're in the DMV, you can make a private appointment to come to our showroom. I do see private clients. We had to lighten up. I used to throw a massive Christmas party that went on for 3 days, from noon to midnight for 3 days, because musicians come after gigs, and I have chocolate fountains and food everywhere. I like for people to have a good experience.
Wow.
But COVID came and shut it down. So now you got to get everything. But check online, hit me up. These are, this is an earring my mother made with Swarovski crystals down at the end, and these little funky links. And, check it out. SYLVERWEAR.com.
Hey. And I see recording artist The Owner B. Let me tell you something. If you don't know The Owner B, shame on you. She's a poet. She's a lyricist. Shame on you for not knowing The Owner B. She said she's a huge jewelry collector, and she will be grabbing a piece. So again,
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, hit me up. Now, listen, even though I do have an assistant, I do have somebody that checks my stuff, but I'm hands-on. Might take me a second, but I'm hands-on, and I get to stuff and, and have that personal connection. So I appreciate that. I really do.
Again, and we appreciate you, your artistry, your gift of music that you share with us. And real quick, and I forgot to ask you this question. With so much going on in the world,
I know
a lot going on. How have you been taking care of Silver?
Wow. Thank you for that question. First of all, I have been very blessed, very, very blessed that when everything shut down, I went into what can you do? As most artists, our first thing is, sing a song, write a song, do a benefit, do a concert. That's the first thing we think of. But now we can't even do that. We got restricted from all of it. And I took a song that Daryl and I wrote called Don't Give Up on You, and revamped it, right? And I called a bunch of my rock star friends and I said, listen, if y'all would just sing a little bit and send me a clip of you singing it, I'm going to try to do my thing. And another friend of mine, Dr. Angela Harris, she was running DCTV at the time and some other, putting together some inclusive initiatives, if you will, to make things go. And we did a concert. Okay, so we wrote the song on Daryl's birthday, 14 years ago, right? And on his 50th birthday, which was last year, we did a private concert that you had to buy a ticket to see because we were filming and, we're playing to cameras instead of playing to people. And we showed the first draft of the video that I had done. And she hit me up and she said, we've got to do a whole project around it. Right. So she did this initiative of inclusivity and all of that kind of stuff around it. And she said, and you should call it No More Color Lines, rebrand it No More Color Lines, because that's the first line in the hook. Right. And so we did. And I worked on this video and everybody said yes. Even people who ultimately couldn't participate, they still said yes. And then missed, some of them missed the deadline, but everybody jumped in. Everybody sent me their footage. And we crafted this video. I crafted this video that took me months to do. And I won a Telly Award. Look at that. We won a Telly Award.
Congratulations.
I know. I can't believe it. We won a silver and a bronze Telly Award for the video No More Color Lines and all that it stood for.
Right.
So you never know how your music is going to manifest. But your question was, how did I get through? I would have never done that had a pandemic not happened. I would not have pulled a song from my first record, revamped it with my rock star friends, and released it. I would have not done that.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I wrote another song called Post It Up, Boo. Another friend of mine said, you don't post on social media enough. I was like, excuse you? I'm so sick of social media. Do you know who I am? I was so in my feelings. And I wrote this song, Post It Up, Boo. It's going to be aired tomorrow at the Mayor's Arts Gala. Right. I'm like, how does this happen? That's what I was doing. during the pandemic, trying to write songs, trying to get into that space, because it was hard to do, trying to do everything, trying to keep Feel Better Friday going, keep my gigs going, keep everything happening, doing the administrative part of my life. That's another story. Doing all of those things. And it allowed me to sit with some of my music and write some new stuff that's now getting, a Telly Award, and 12,000 people submit for that.
Wow, that's amazing.
And our project won, and along with other people that won, but in different categories. They only picked like 15, I think, winners out of 12,000 people. Wow. So I wouldn't have done that had we not been in a pandemic. I would have kept going and rolling and stressing and grinding like every other artist was doing. You know what I mean? And so while the casualties of this has been heartbreaking and devastating to the country and to the world and to our humanity, our sanity, everybody's lost their minds. It's given people permission to be evil. It shifted my focus to take your music and kick it up a notch and do something that yet again makes people feel better through your craft.
Yeah. Feel Better Friday. Hey, thank you, Sylver. Thank you.
You got to use what you got. That's what I got. So I'm trying to use it.
That's right. Here you go. No more color lines. And I'm going to close the show with this beautiful, powerful song, No More Color Lines, for Sylver Logan Sharp. Real quick, Sylver, can you tell us anything that you have coming up? Concerts? I know things that can you share with us real quick?
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, first things, every Friday at 1:00, we are Eastern Standard Time. We are airing a Feel Better Friday show, or we're live, and you can come join us in the audience. So I would love for everybody to follow us on social media. Follow SylverLoganSharp.com on Instagram and Facebook, and follow Feel Better Friday, #Feel Better Friday, so you can know what's happening. Click the bell. Y'all know the routine. And just know that every Friday we're bringing you a show, Eastern Standard Time at 1:00. And I will be, if you're in Washington, D.C., I will be at City Winery the day before Thanksgiving. It's Wednesday, November 24th at 7 p.m. First live concert. I take that back. I was at the PG Community College Bluebirds Festival this past weekend. It was awesome to see everybody come out socially distant. That was an outdoor concert. The next one is November 24th at City Winery in D.C. Every Friday on Feel Better Friday. And I'm sure I am forgetting something to tell you. So y'all go to SylverLoganSharp.com to check it out.
And you can also follow me, because, whatever I can do with artists and she have the show, I try to post it on my social media pages too. But you need to go see Sylver Logan Sharp. Again, everyone, don't forget to go over to her website, SylverLoganSharp.com. Go download her music and go get you some silverware.
Yes. And come be in the audience. I think the next time we're live is the 15th. So come be in the audience. All you got to do is go to the site, click Feel Better Friday, scroll down to the audience link, and you're at the show. Jazzie, you are so awesome. What you do for independent artists and independent music is just awesome. It really, really is. I can't thank you enough for rocking my music. And you don't just play the single, you play everything.
I play
everything. And I really, really appreciate it. You're awesome. You're really awesome. So thank you for doing that. And thank you for having me on your show.
Oh, someone, the on a B said, I feel better with my Buddha necklace from Silverware. She just, I guess, ordered one.
Oh my gosh. Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Look, I'm going to get pinged any second now with an order. So thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you so much. And again, check out Sylver Logan Sharp everywhere, social media, singer, songwriter. Come back on the show anytime, Sylver. I didn't mean to talk your head off, but thank you.
No, it's so. Are you kidding? Listen, I got so much to talk about. It ain't even funny. But thank you for everything, Jazz, and thank you for playing our music. Really, it means everything.
Right. Thank you. Everything. So much. And thank you to your beautiful mother, Miss Paula Potts. Thank you so much for hanging out.
Yes. That's who you need to have on the show. She's her profession. She is a professional singer. Right. But what you want her to do is come on and do a demonstration from the Feel Better Challenge and have everybody's blood pressure go down a few notches. Listen, Miss Paula ain't no joke.
We're gonna have to get Miss Paula on the show.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call you or send you an email, invite you.
Okay.
On.
She's gonna be like, Lord, what is she talking about?
What is she talking about?
We'll send you some more videos and let her do a demonstration, honey. Get everybody breathing right.
We definitely gonna do it. And real quick, 30 seconds.
Yes.
Silver, I have people do the hashtag shame on you.
Yes.
And just something jazzy, I give away a little something. So we're gonna give that way before we let you go.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
so
I got a cute little swag bag for you folks.
Okay. Hey, y'all heard that from Silver Logan Sharp. Y'all.
That's
Little
right.
Swag bag. So I told my producer, are we ready to do that? Okay, let's see. Let's do the hashtag shame on you and let's see who is the winner. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with us.
I love a good contest. Who's the winner?
Let's see who the winner.
Oh, look at that. That is awesome.
Let's see who the winner is.
I know Candy called her. Oh, that's not, no way. I just said it can't be her. No, do it again. Do it again. That's no fair. Do it again. It's got to be somebody, not her.
Oh,
She's like, did I just win something?
did I just win? Let's see. We're gonna do it again. Let's see. That was so funny.
That was funny. Now, if you were trying to do that. That's DJ Dirty Rico, y'all. That's my boy. Oh, okay.
D-O-S-C.
Got it. Got it.
Thank you. The on a beat is the
honey. Okay, so she got a necklace. So I'm about to hook you up. We'll get to. I need to send it to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll send it to you, and I'm gonna hook you up.
Sound good. Again, Silver, thank you so much, my friend. Come back on the show. Continued blessings to you and anything I can do in my corner. Of course, I'm gonna keep rocking your music.
Thank you, Jazz. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's so awesome. Okay. And I know for you to even play my songs that are not jazz songs, I really appreciate that because I know they're like, wait a minute, is he playing a go-go record? So yeah. I appreciate that. Thank you.
And they love it too. Again, Silver, thank you again for coming on the platform. Have a blessed rest of the week. And we're going to keep rocking Silver Logan Sharp, y'all.
Thank you. Thank you, Jazzy. And thank you to everybody who's watching. Okay. After dark, y'all. Artist Talk. Thank you so much.
All right. We'll see you next time, Silver.
Okay. Bye, you guys. Bye, Jazzy. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Wow, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with us for another edition of Jazzy After Dark Artist Talk. Don't forget to go over to KWard Radio, my YouTube channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell right over there. Subscribe to the website, KWardRadio.com, y'all. Don't forget to do that. Check out the website too on KWard Radio. If you'd like to, any artists would like to send their music to me, physical CDs, my information is listed there along with the website, email address. Also, if you would like to support the show, no gift is too small. My Cash App, PayPal, all that jazz information is listed there as well. Join me each and every Saturday on WVAS FM 90.7 from 8 a.m. until 12 noon for a Saturday Jazz Affair. Thank you all again so much for your support, your comments of the show. And I'm going to leave you in the good hands, of course, with Silver Logan Sharp, one of her latest releases, No More Color Lines. You all have a blessed rest of the week. Take care of yourself and each other. Good night. Let's go.
Close your eyes and imagine your boy Big G. Yeah. Imagine no more color lines. Imagine no more reasons why. You can do anything you try. Don't give up on you. Imagine your dreams come true. Imagine a world where no one has color for skin. Color for skin. Imagine a place
Logan Sharp.